Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring. On today's episode we're going to be taking a look at this product here. This is a 4-piece floor mat set for your 2020 to 2023 Tesla Model 3 vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and get these open box. We're going to take a look at them. We're going to get them installed in the Tesla Model 3 today, and you're going to see if it's something that you're interested in for your vehicle. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So like I was saying, we got these floor mats here by OEDRO. So OEDRO reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to review some floor mats for the Tesla Model 3. Once again, this is for the 2020 to 2023 model years of Tesla Model 3. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this box today, see all the floor mats you get. So you do get the front two floor mats, driver side passenger, the rear floor mats across the back there. And then of course you also get a trunk floor liner as well, so for the top part of the trunk. So we're going to go ahead and get these installed in the vehicle. So let's dive in the box, see how these floor mats look, and see if these are something that you're interested in. And if you're interested in this product, make sure you take a look down in the description below where you'll find a link to this product so you could take a look at it for yourself. So let's dive into the box and see what we get. All right, so it is amazing how they could fit all those floor mats just into a little bag like this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive in, take a look at each of these floor mats that are folded up in here and see each one individually, get them installed in the car. We'll see how the fit and finish is for each of these floor mats, and then we'll kind of give you my verdict from there. So let's dive in and see the first floor mat. All right, so here we have the driver floor mat here, and it looks really nice. Now, of course, Teslas do not have any type of peg or hook system to hold the floor mats in, which is why I really like fitted floor mats, because you don't want something that's just gonna kind of sit on the floor itself and then it could slide around and move around. So I really like these fitted floor mats because they give you all the higher edges. It has the deep wells in them, so if anything falls into the floor mat, it usually stays in the floor mat. So always really nice to see nice fitted floor mats for the cars. Now, I will say right off the bat that these are actually pretty light floor mats, so really kind of light actually, and they feel more of like a foam kind of material than anything. It's not really rubbery, I would say, more like a foam kind of material. So really lightweight. They feel like they're still really sturdy though. I feel like they would hold up pretty well over time. But definitely more of like a foam feeling, a really squishy kind of foam feeling to them, so not bad. But the design of the floor mat for the driver's side looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and get this installed in the car in a little bit and see how it looks. In the meantime, let's take a look at the passenger one. So passenger one, pretty simple. Once again, just a foam style floor mat. Looks like this one has a little bit of a crease in it, and it does say that these creases will come out. If you leave them out in the sun for a long time, you get them warmed up, the creases will actually start to fix themselves, or you can use like a heat gun. If you have a really good heat gun, you can actually hit this with it and the creases will actually start to form back in. Typically what I do is I'll throw these in the car and just let the sun bake them for a couple of weeks, and that usually is good enough to get the mats to form properly to the inside of the interior. So I usually just wait for them to do that. But yeah, once again, foam style material. I do like the design of them. Pretty standard design, but just nice black, little intricate design on these things. So really, really nice there. So let's jump into the back seat ones now. All right, and here is the back floor mat. As you can see, same texture as the front ones, still that foam texture. I like this part here because that means it's gonna go up really close to the center console, so it's going to protect all of the rug area that's there as well in your vehicle. These look like they're going to go pretty far underneath the driver's seat and the passenger seat here, as you can see, so that's good as well. So this way when you have passengers in the back, if they tuck their feet underneath of the driver and passenger seat, they're not going to, you know, go over the floor mat and then put, you know, dirt on top of your carpet instead. So this looks pretty good. Looking forward to getting this in the car and seeing how it looks. And as you can see, this floor mat is a little bit bent out of the box, and it does say that in the instruction manual, if you pull out the instruction manual they give you, it does say in the manual here that you can actually just bend it back a little bit. You might take some time for you to bend it in the opposite direction to get it to form correctly, or like I said, you can leave it out in the sun for a little bit. Like I got the other ones out in the sun right now, just so they get a little bit more pliable for when I get them into the car. And this one's the same thing. We're gonna get that out in the sun, get it a little bit more pliable, put it in the car, and then we're gonna see how it looks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk one real quick, and then let's get these installed in the car. All right, and now here is the trunk one. So as you can see, it's actually folded up into quarters, which is a really cool way of doing it because that means it's easier for you to, if you needed to ever take it out, you could fold it up into those quarters and, you know, store it someplace real small and easy. And of course, if you're going to go underneath the trunk into that sub-trunk area, it makes it easier for this to bend out of the way so you could get down into that lower trunk area. Once again, same exact material as the rest of the floor mats, a nice foam material, very light once again, because these are very, very light. I mean, as you can see, it's just very easy to pick up with just 2 fingers, so light material for sure. I think my only concern with this being a very light material is that they might not hold up as well in long term. So that might be my only concern with these not being a more rigid material. But overall, I think it's still a pretty decent material. Once again, form fitted to the trunk area, which we'll see that in just a little bit when we get it in there. So looks pretty good so far. So let's go ahead and let's get these in the vehicle and see how they look. All right, starting with our driver floor mat here, we're just gonna stick it underneath of the pedals, push it down into the tray just like that. It's that simple. It's done already. So I love these floor mats for that. Once again, no pegs or clips in the Teslas. So you just sit it down there and it fits into the well of the foot area. So it looks good. And then the passenger side here, we're just gonna stick it in just like so. Form fitted once again, sits down there in the well. Looks pretty good. All right, now the back seat. So let's go ahead and get this in and see how this looks. All right, looks like it comes up pretty good to the rails here for the seats. We'll get a close-up for you to look at in just a little bit, but just sits here. As you can see, we have a little bit of a lump in the middle, but that's because the floor mat hasn't stabilized yet. It hasn't formed properly yet. So after a few weeks, that should go away, no problem. And last but not least is our trunk mat. So we're just gonna stick this in here like so. And look how easy that is, that it just goes in like that. Now at the very back here, we have these little wings. These wings kind of sit on top of that small shelf in the trunk there, but overall looks pretty good. Once again, we'll make sure we get some B-roll for you to take a look at this a little bit closer up. But yeah, like how it looks, really nice. Once again, it'll fit a little bit better once it warms up and molds better to the trunk. But yeah, looks really good. All right, everybody, there you go. So there are the OEDRO floor mats for your Tesla Model 3. So we got them installed in my 2022 Tesla Model 3 Performance. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them about a week or so. I'm gonna use them every day in this vehicle, and we're gonna give it a shot to see how well they hold up, how they look after that week's time, and see if this is something that you're interested in your vehicle. All right, everybody. Well, we've had the floor mats in the Tesla Model 3 now for about 2 weeks, as we can see here. Floor mats are looking nice and dirty now. Let's take a look at the back seats. Nice and clean. Don't really have anybody in the back seats very often, so the trunk liner looks really good as well. I've been throwing a lot of equipment back here for work, so it's been getting beat up a little bit, but overall, I gotta say it looks pretty good. All right, everybody. Well, there are the OEDRO floor mats for your Tesla Model 3. So really nice 4-piece kit. You get the front 2 floor mats, the back seat floor mat that goes across the entire back, and then of course you get the trunk liner that goes across the bottom of the trunk. Really nice 4-piece set from OEDRO. Once again, if you're interested, you can look down in the description below for this product. Go ahead and order it up for your Tesla. So I think they're a really good product. I think they're a little bit thinner than a lot of floor mats you do see on the market. So it really depends on what your price point is for putting floor mats in your car. Obviously, these are a lot better than what you get from the factory with just those, you know, pieces of carpet that basically they give you. So this is a big upgrade from that. The style of them looks really good. They're a little bit different than a lot of other ones I've seen on the market. I'd like to thank OEDRO for sending me out these floor mats for a review, and I'd like to thank all of you for watching today's episode. Of course, once again, if you're interested, take a look down in the description below for a link to this product to see if this is the right floor mats for your Tesla Model 3. I'd like to thank you again for watching, and remember, welcome to the future, and welcome to Tech Motoring, and we'll see you on the next episode.